Hello everyone, myself I am Dr. Sudheer KV from the Department of Psychology. Today I will be explaining you about the concept of sex cells and their differences. Sex cells are also called as germ cells. They are also termed as reproductive cells. Reproductive cells, they become active during the puberty period or when the individual reaches adolescence, that is around 12 to 13 years in females and 14 years and above in males. So, what are all the reproductive cells? So, reproductive cells in males, it is spermatozoa or what we call it as sperm cells, and the reproductive cells in females are nothing but ovum or ovas. The sperm cells are produced in the gonads, that is testis in males and ovaries in females. So, here the sperm cells have their own characteristic features and also ovum has its own characteristic features. Let us go for the differences in sex cells, that is sperm cells and ovum. Sperm cells are produced in testis in males, whereas ovum is produced in females in ovaries. Sperm cells are thread-like structures. They have head, neck and tail, whereas ovum are spear-like structures. They are oval in structures. Next, going to the next difference, that is yolk is there in ovum. That means ovum contains yolk, whereas there is no yolk in sperm cell. Sperm cell has locomotion, it moves, whereas ovum cannot move. So, there is no movement feature for ovum. Ovum is one of the largest cells of the cell body. That means it will be around 0.1 millimeter in its diameter, whereas sperm cells are very minute. They are very thin, 0.05 millimeter or diameter is the size of the sperm cell. And with regard to ovum, they are released every 28 days, that is based on the menstrual cycle, whereas there is no day count for the releasing of sperm cells. So, sperm cells are released during nocturnal emission. Contain 23 chromosomes, 23. With regard to the similarity between these two sex cells is that they contain 23 pairs of chromosomes in each cell, that means in each ovum or sperm cell there will be 23 pairs. With regard to the female reproductive system, if we are discussing about female reproductive system has three preparatory processes, mainly maturation, ovulation and fertilization, whereas in case of males the preparatory processes are only two, that is maturation and fertilization. So, here all the sperm cells which are released during sexual intercourse, so all the sperm cells have the equal potential ability to fertilize a single ovum, but during fertilization process only one sperm cell will enter into one ovum and fertilize it, and after fertilization nothing can be done by other remaining sperm cells to that particular fertilized ovum. So, this is what happens in fertilization process. With regard to the sex determination after fertilization, it is purely a chance factor. It depends upon the type of chromosomes that are released during the period of fertilization, that are fused with the ovum. Say for example, the 23 single chromosomes, X chromosomes from the mother and 22 X and 1 Y chromosome from the father results in male child, that is 23 single X and from the mother and 22 X chromosomes plus 1 Y chromosome from the father that fused together results in a male child. In case of female children, the 23 single X chromosomes will be received from the mother and 23 X chromosomes will be from the father. So, this results in female child. This is how the sex determination occurs during the period of fertilization. So, that is why we consider the sperm cell has an important role to play during fertilization. So, it is the sperm cell which is released during fertilization or sexual intercourse which decides whether the offspring which is yet to get the birth will be a male or female child. Thank you.